For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 38 of the Liverpool Career Mode here on FIFA 15. We start with some transfer news. Unfortunately, Gianluigi Buffon has rejected our initial contract. Seems he's very happy at Juventus, as you might expect, with him having been there for the majority, if not all of his career. And we're going to have to offer him a large sum of money per week if we are going to be able to get him in. If not, we will have to resort back to the Stéphane Ruffier deal and be able to bring him in as goalkeeper instead. Swansea have come in for Suso, and they didn't necessarily want to pay the full 4 million that I asked for, but they were willing to give me 3.7, which is fair enough. I am going to accept that deal, and Suso will be leaving us. And another deal that we're actually going to put in a counter offer for is Luis Alberto. Aston Villa have come in with a 3.9 million bid when he's valued at 4.3, so or 3.9 billion bid, sorry. So I'm going to counter offer 4.5. We'll see what they say, and hopefully we can move him on as well to open up some more money to either bring in a goalkeeper and a big named first team centre mid. As of yet, I haven't decided who to bring in, but we'll see a little bit later on in the episode who we're starting to put some bids in for. But we start with the opening Barclays Premier League game, away from home against West Ham. Enner Valencia and Andy Carroll up top with Ravel Morrison sat behind them. A decent starting lineup from West Ham, obviously having an okay season actually in real life this year in the Barclays Premier League. Perhaps lost a little bit of momentum over the Christmas period, but we're starting a very strong first team as well. Socrates making his competitive debut, as you can see, at centre-back. Other than that, though, a very expected Liverpool starting 11 with Coutinho sat behind Daniel Sturridge, who's going to have the first chance of the game here. Wonderful feat to get it through the legs of the defender as he flew at him. Unfortunately, though, just dragged the shot slightly. You can see there, he's just pulled it across that near post, and unfortunately flies past Adrian's left-hand side, and we aren't able to get ourselves in front. But Coutinho plays a lovely ball down to Costa. Beautiful Ronaldo top to get inside. Squares it to Coutinho. Good save by Adrian, though, to get it out. We can't quite get to the ball as it bounces free. We will take the throw in, though, and Alberto Moreno will be the man to throw it in. Big throw towards Jordan Henderson. Back to the Spaniards, who will turn inside rather than get the ball in. Then decides to go outside, stands it up. Douglas Costa at the back post, and another top save by Adrian at that near side. Keeps us out yet again. So half an hour in, it's still 0-0, but we've definitely had the better of it. But as you can see, West Ham are starting two for a forwards. Kouyaté draws a good, actually no, it was Enner Valencia with the header. Kouyaté stood the cross up. Valencia draws a good save out of Mattia Perran. Lovely little tip over the top of the bar. Then Morgan Schneidlin picks up a booking for that, which is a bit unfortunate, I think. Kouyaté flies to the floor. Andy Carroll really annoyed at the challenge, but I don't think there was much in there. I was quite disappointed that Schneidlin actually picked up a yellow card for that. But Andy Carroll, of all players, is going to take the free kick from 35-40 yards. But actually, it's a very good one. Perrin does have to get down to save that, to push it away, to stop it sneaking in that bottom corner. We're going to come on the counter-attack, though, from that free kick. Daniel Sturridge using his pace here, 5 minutes inside the second half. Good turn. The defender commits to ground, something that Winston Reid really shouldn't have done, because that opened up the angle to me to turn inside onto Sturridge's favoured left-hand side and his left foot, and it's a tidy little slotted finish. So after they have a free kick at the other end and draw a good save out of goalkeeper, we go straight up the other end and take the lead in the game. We're actually going to get another chance here. Heung-min Son's just come on. Sterling's been moved into the central position, and I took Coutinho off for Heung-min Son. Sturridge, though, unfortunately with that header, not too much pace on it, and it was a comfortable save for Adrian. But we mentioned Heung-min Son to come on, and he's going to go for a cheeky little run down the left-hand side here. Easily beats Cresswell, far too easily. Sam Allardyce will be disappointed with that, but Heung-min Son has a 5-star weak foot, and he shows it just there with a nice little right-footed finish. Right-handed finish would have been legal. A nice little right-footed finish across the goalkeeper into the back of the net. He's, of course, primarily left-footed, but with that 5-star weak foot, gives us the perfect opportunity to finish chances like that from that left-hand side, and hopefully that's the start of things to come. So Heung-min Son gets a goal on his competitive debut. Socrates, the centre-back, gets a clean sheet on his competitive debut, which is also very, very pleasing. And we come back to see the news that Suso has left us. We have had an offer in as well for Dejan Lovren, a centre-back I'm looking to move on. Didn't enjoy playing with him in the first season, trying to get him out the door. Borussia Mönchengladbach offered me 9. It's valued at 9.5, so I counter offered 13. Not necessarily to get 13, but just
to raise their bid slightly. As you can see, Villa didn't want to pay 4.5 for Luis Alberto, but they did offer me 4, and I will accept that. And Iago Aspas has had a bid in from him for Athletic Bilbao. They've offered exactly what his value is, but I'll try and squeeze a little bit more out of them if I can. And as you can see, Borussia Mönchengladbach came back with a bid of 11 for Dejan Lovren, which was very agreeable. Pleased with that, and we will sell him on. So as you can see, our transfer budget is getting rather large now, and Bilbao met me halfway. 8.5 million for Iago Aspas, perfectly fine by me. Away he goes, and both have moved on. Now we get another bid for Daniel Sturridge from Bayern Munich, but of course now that Balotelli's left us, we are going to be rejecting all offers for Daniel Sturridge. And as you can see, confirmation that Iago Aspas has gone, Dejan Lovren has gone, and Luis Alberto has gone as well. Gianluigi Buffon continues to reject my offers for a contract. So I made one final offer of £250,000 a week, which is a lot of money. But as you can see, or could see, our transfer budget now, or can see now as it's on your screen, is massive. £58 million and £470,000 a week in the wage budget. Of course, we can alter that slightly to our exact requirements. We are going to try and bring in Hugo Lloris if possible. Of course, we've got the Stefan Ruffier deal to fall back on, but if we could bring Lloris in instead of him, if Buffon does eventually turn us down, then that would be the preferable goalkeeper. And then we're looking for some centre mids. Offered there for Kevin Strootman. Also going to put an offer in for Sergio Busquets. We had a look at Ilkay Gundogan earlier on in the window, but he eventually turned us down because he wanted to stay at Dortmund. Just kept rejecting all of my offers, and I didn't want to give him an extortionate amount of money per week. So we're looking at Kevin Strootman and Sergio Busquets. May look at a couple more in tomorrow's deadline day episode. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to wait and see what happens with those two particular offers. But I started in the second game of the season with the exact same 11 that I did in the first. I felt that it would have been harsh after a 2-0 away win to drop anyone from that initial side. So unfortunately, despite scoring on his debut, Heung-min Son starts this second game at home, this time against Crystal Palace, from the bench. Now, Palace obviously a decent side. They got Yannick Bolasie, Jason Puncheon in there, the front four with 3 midfielders with Zaman up top, Jedinak and Joe Ledley in the midfield. Actually a decent midfield pairing. Palace have kind of a weird side. They have players in there that you would say are, you know, kind of mid-table players in the Barclays Premier League, and then they have other players that you would say really are kind of top half of the Championship players. It's an odd squad, but we're going to get off to a great start here. Sturridge gets played through, and then on his right foot, slots the ball across the goalkeeper into the far side. Nothing he could do there, lifts it over the top of him, and after 28 minutes, we're 1-0 in front. But I tweeted EA actually yesterday about that Daniel Sturridge celebration. They really need to get him in next year for FIFA 16 and do the proper motion capture, because that is nothing like his in real life celebration. Really disappointing and frustrating. So when Daniel Sturridge broke through here, and really good run, twisting feet, beats the defender, slots it into the back of the net. This time around, I decided to do a different celebration. I didn't do the default, I did a slide in front of the Liverpool fans there at the opposite end to the Kop as we went 2-0 up just inside the second half. Going to get another chance here though, as you can see Raheem Sterling on the counter-attack, using his pace, quite easily slotting the ball past Hunt into Sturridge. Great first touch, great turn inside Scott Dan as well. He's not going to get a better chance for a hat-trick in this one, and he misses the opportunity, plays it across the goal. You'll see from the replay it bends, but not quite enough to get inside that far post. So unfortunately we stay at 2-0, and that was actually Sturridge's last impact on the game. Eduardo Vargas was going to come on for him, and again I took Coutinho off, moved Sterling into a central position, and this time put Hesse out wide on the left rather than Heung-min Son. And we're into stoppage time now. As you can see, Jedinak is going to get a really poor turn, and Eduardo Vargas steals it off him, racing away one-on-one. Surely it's going to be 3-0. And then my controller died. I could not believe it. So I plugged it into the plug and play, tried to come back, but I'd lost possession of the ball. So frustrating. Eduardo Vargas on his competitive debut, looking to pick up a goal as well, similarly to the way that Heung-min Son did. Unfortunately, not able to get one there because my peripherals, my controller, let me down. We are going to get an opportunity though. Sterling's going to whip in a great ball from out wide. Up goes Vargas, and he does get his goal. A great header into the top corner. Celebrating absolutely everybody. Delighted with that finish, and we do get a 3-0 win to round out our second game of the Barclays Premier League season. A perfect start, a 2-0 win, a 3-0 win, 3 goals for Daniel Sturridge, a goal for for Eduardo Vargas and Heung-min Son on their competitive debuts as well. So really pleased with how things are going so far in this second season. Offers for Busquets and Strootman were turned down. They weren't interested in Markovic, and I don't know what I was doing here, offering 935 million for Busquets. I offered in the end 28 million for the Spaniard, and we were going to alter the deal for both Lloris and Kevin Strootman as well. Unfortunately, nobody seemed to be interested in Markovic, and 25 million we're going to offer all cash for Hugo Lloris, although he's valued at 36. He's saying I'm going to have to pay 40 odd if I want him, so I'm not really too sure I'm going to follow up on that one. And I said my last one was a final offer for Buffon, but this one will be my final offer. I'm not going to go any higher than £300,000 a week for the goalkeeper, so if he doesn't accept that, we will get Ruffier or, if we can, Hugo Lloris. But we didn't offer Markovic for Strootman, we only offered cash, so this time we're going to offer a little bit more cash and Lazar Markovic, and we'll see what Roma say. He's not asking for much in wages, so we might be able to go a little bit higher with the actual transfer fee for Strootman. But as you can see, after 2 games, we do sit top of the Barclays Premier League table, and we are the only side in the entire league to have won their opening 2 games, which is very strange. It's not very often that happens at the beginning of the season. There's normally 2 or 3 sides at least that win their opening 2, but we are the only ones. So we already have a 2-point gap at the top of the table, and our goal difference is superb as well. 5 goals scored, no goals conceded, and that too is 2 better than our nearest rival in the shape of Spurs. So genuinely a perfect start to the season so far. Could not have wished for more. Hopefully in tomorrow's deadline day episode we'll be able to bring in our final signings. If not, we'll have to wait until January, but we will of course get extra money throughout the year from cup competitions, bonus transfer budget from cup competitions. So hopefully we can get cracking in the transfer deadline day tomorrow, bring in who we need to, and then we'll continue in the vein that we've started this second season. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. I should be streaming tonight, probably Football Manager as well. Last night was the first Football Manager stream. I'm recording this in the afternoon prior to it, so hopefully it's going to go down well, but well, you'll know by now because I probably will have tweeted about it. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, then do so. There'll be links in the description down below. If you don't follow me on Twitch, then do so. There will be links in the description down below, alongside links to Instagram and Facebook, and of course UFIFA and G2A as well, should you need yourself any Xbox, PlayStation codes or Ultimate Team coins. But that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. There'll be a My Player episode later on tonight, deadline day in this series tomorrow, and I will see you next time.